This is a hive top feeder, and you put the syrup here, so it's considered open feed. So it fits right on top of your hive. The bees crawl up through here and then around this screen. There's a hole in the middle, a divider in the middle, and there's various styles of this, but basic idea is there's a barrier here that contains the syrup in. The bees can crawl up and down the screen, pick up the syrup, and then back up and over the barrier and down into the hive. So the bees can crawl up through the frame, in between the barriers. This is a good one because it won't drown the bees. There's no syrup in here. They crawl down there, and it's very small space. They can grab along, crawl up the screen, and back out. Bee supply places have these in various different styles, and you can make your own. We'll show you one. Come with me. We'll show you one that's homemade. You can do yourself. Here's another style. This one's a commercially made hive top feeder. Here's another one. This fits on top of your hive. Suppose there's frames and bees in here. Here's some holes right here on the underside. The bees crawl up there and up and around, and will be contained within this screen. That's their ladder right there. And then you've got just a kind of a Rubbermaid Tupperware, sort of a plastic bin here that you pour your feed into.
So they'll crawl through the bottom box here. They'll crawl inside of this, right? And then they get to this screen, and then they keep going. There's like a bridge that goes up and over, and then they come down into the syrup, which may be like to here, and the bees crawl down, and then this is their ladder out.
It was an 8-frame one, and the person who made this one made it a little bit wider, so you could actually use it on a 10-frame, or you could use it on your 8-frame. Pretty good idea. Made by Larry Peterson here in Ephraim, Utah.
Okay, so if you were a beekeeper and you were going to fill this style of feeder is nice because you can feed it without disturbing the bees. Will you talk about that?
Yep. So when I take the lid off, I'm not inside the hive. I've opened the lid to the feeder compartment, but I'm not disturbing any bees. I'd see bees inside the screen that are picking up syrup. Now I can feed, I can pour the syrup into here, and then put the lid back on without bothering the bees at all. There's a dial here that will close this entrance, so if you open this up when you're feeding and some bees get in here, and then you put the lid back on, now the bees are trapped. So you can open this and let the bees out, but if there's a danger of robbing going on, you want to make sure that this is closed so the bees can't get in there from another colony and steal the food. Awesome. Disadvantage is that it's open surface, so other bees could smell that, and ants and earwigs and anything else that might want to rob their wasp. It could stimulate robbing behavior. That's the disadvantage of an open feeder type, like hive top feeder.
Yeah. So if there's like any cracks on the lid, or if there's like an entrance, like this one has an upper entrance on that lid, you'd want to figure out how to restrict that, especially in the fall. Right. Or when there's no nectar, because bees are kind of brutal about robbing each other.
Yep, so make sure your lid fits nice and flat, it's not warped. Better to use just plain sucrose sugar without adding any kind of incentive scent to it. Then it won't start robbing.
If you liked this video, be sure to check out our beekeeping courses at thehoneycompany.com. We're offering 6 full-length beekeeping courses for beginning, intermediate, and advanced beekeepers. See you there!